Okay, my name's Lynn Flowers-Herne, and I'm the owner of Kim's Bookshop in Chichester and Arundel.
And so obviously the latest news is that you guys are closing. When is that exactly?
We will be closing the Chichester shop the week beginning the 22nd of July. Not entirely sure what day, depends on what stock level we have left. But it will be the week beginning the 22nd of July.
And it must have been a really hard decision. I mean, how long have you been in the city?
Nearly 20 years now, and yes, a very hard decision because it's a very busy shop with lovely customers, and it's still very busy and very reasonable overheads, but I need to close just to make life a little bit easier for me, just to have one shop.
That's fair enough. Was it what exactly sort of led to the decision to close, if that makes sense?
The time of the lease is coming up at the end of July, and I have a fourth grandchild, so I need to be a little more available.
That's fair enough. I think it's a relief to know that there's still that it's not because there's a lack of appetite for books in Chichester.
Definitely not. No, we have a very active customer base who love us and have nearly been in tears when we've told them. So yes, it's nothing to do with how busy it is, and we can sell lots of books. But no, it's a personal decision. I
think personally, I'm almost more relieved that it was a personal decision then.
But
it must have been hard if it was, you know, a personal decision. If that makes any sort of sense, it must have been hard to come to it as a person.
Yeah, very difficult because I love it. But there's a lot of physical work involved running a bookshop like this. A lot of lifting and carrying, and from one shop to another. And I live in Worthing. The traffic consideration, an hour and a quarter to get home most evenings.
Fair enough.
So I need to just reduce.
That's totally fair enough. And is there, well, you mentioned there sort of how customers have responded to you, if you know what I mean, over the last, because of the news. Yes. And I suppose I'd just like you to talk a little bit more about that. I mean, what have they shown much support? I mean, how's it been?
Great support. Yes, we started a sale with 25% off all the stock, and everybody's been loving that and filling their bags. But just generally, they're shocked and quite upset that we're going. Hopefully a lot of them will still come to the Arundel shop if they can get there, but if you're just relying on public transport, it's not easy for some people, for the theatre and Pallant Art Gallery and things like that. We will miss the London people who come for the visits.
And is there I suppose after 20 odd years, you know, you must have a real healthy batch of regulars that it's been particularly hard to say goodbye to. I mean, but you must have a lot of memories as well, I suppose. Do you have any favourites?
Well, we've got a lot of customers that specialise in their own sort of books, and a lot of them like railway books and Sussex books on Chichester, of course. This shop had the poet Charles Crocker lived here in the 18th century, and we have a blue plaque outside, and that sort of gets a lot of people in, just generally interested in the city centre and what used to be here, and even back to Roman times. So our customers love local history. That's what they really like. And obviously we have a good student clientele as well from the university, who we shall miss, because we're all generations, and children as well for children's books. So yeah, we will miss it greatly.
Oh, bless you, absolutely. And is there I don't know, is there anything you'd like to say to your customers? You know,
I'd like to thank them for all their custom and just being so lovely and friendly, and just making book selling a pleasure, really. Because people come here because they want to buy a book, and they buy a book and they go away quite happy. And we do lots of ordering for people, and yeah, it's a very nice business.
Have you ever, this is sort of adjacent to the business, but I mean, has book selling for such a long time, have you discovered any new favourite books as a result of it? If that makes any sense as a question.
Have I personally discovered
Yeah.
Okay, well, my favourite author would be George Orwell, or a favourite sort of children's book would be Wind in the Willows, and those would be my go-to books for comfort reading, if you like. But I'm introduced to new books through customers all the time, things I haven't heard of. But you know, the Kim's Bookshop business started in 1971, so it's been going a very long time.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, and that's that must be one of the great pleasures of it, is sort of that access to new books all the time. Yeah.
We learn something, particularly sort of general knowledge, every day, because everyone that comes in is a specialist in their own speciality, really, and very obscure, some of it as well.
I bet. Well, thank you very much. That was kind of the